French Interior Minister Christophe Castaner insisted the rallies took place without government permission.
In the places where demonstrations had not been declared or monitored is where we saw violence and the death of a person.
Hello and welcome back to France 24. I'm Anka Ula. Thank you for joining us again. Across France, more than 250,000 people donned yellow traffic vests and hit the streets to protest high fuel prices. They blocked major highways and roads, some roundabouts, disrupting traffic to make their message heard. The message being that they do not approve of President Emmanuel Macron. Most of the blockades went smoothly, but tempers did flare occasionally as some drivers confronted the protesters. 227 people were injured, and in the eastern Savoie region, a 63-year-old female protester was accidentally killed by a driver. Tatiana Ryder has the story.
The fatal accident took place at this roundabout. A handful of yellow vest protesters were blocking the road, preventing a woman driving her daughter to the doctor from getting through. In a frenzy, she rammed into a 63-year-old woman who died on the spot. Shocking scenes of rampage were seen elsewhere in France, with frustrated drivers charging into crowds and demonstrators attacking them in return. French Interior Minister Christophe Castaner insisted the rallies took place without government permission.
In the places where demonstrations had not been declared or monitored is where we saw violence and the death of a person.
Protests of an unprecedented scale spread to over 600 French cities, with more than 280,000 people taking to the streets. Their original goal was to denounce fuel tax hikes, but the Yellow Vest movement quickly evolved to denounce a widespread frustration against President Emmanuel Macron's policies.
The cost of living is atrocious, so we have to protest. We're fed up.
In Paris, protesters marched up the Champs-Élysées, demanding Macron's resignation. In Bordeaux, the French national anthem spurred the feeling of revolt among demonstrators in front of the city hall. Across Brittany, highways were blocked, and in Marseille, supermarkets were forced to shut down. Demonstrations spread all the way to French departments overseas. In Réunion, dozens barred acts. The Yellow Vests vow to continue to protest, but whether they can keep up their momentum remains to be seen.